Welcome back to part 2 of Mega Man X. Um, Today we're gonna fight Mr. Storm Eagle. I would have guest commentary, but she is currently sleeping. Or at least trying to sleep.
I'm real cold.
She says she's cold.
Is this Slappy Steve's meme hour?
So,
Can I just describe one more meme?
I don't know if I can hear you, honestly. So,
I'll find a good one.
in the stage we're actually going to get another armor upgrade, kind of like the boots that we got last time, but this time for your head, as well as a life upgrade, which is right here. And then an item known as a sub-tank, which is basically like if your health is full and you gain like more health upgrade or a health power-up stuff, it'll store it for you to use later. And we can get up to 4 of those. And I do plan on getting everything I can in this game, so we will get to the rest when we get there, I guess. Sub-tank is up here, guarded behind one of these guys.
Oh,
I'm just gonna take it out. So, got a quick story, I guess, since I don't have any guest commentary and I gotta make up some stuff real quick on my own. This is a true story. Today was supposed to be my first day of working at my new job, but I went there and they told me it wasn't on their list to start. So, yeah, I guess it's kind of a blessing though, because I get to come just do this instead, which I enjoy this a lot more than working. However, I don't get paid for this yet, so that's the ultimate goal.
I found one that I will describe.
So, if you heard that ruckus in the background, that's my cats. They're
It says,
being buttholes.
sing this to the tune of Old MacDonald. I'm so stressed that sunlight hurts. I am God's mistake. End scene. Thank you for coming to Slappy Steve's meme description hour.
I really hope you guys could hear her, because if you can't, then that was just silent for no reason. But she's over there half asleep, talking about memes that she just found.
No, I'm describing them to you because you can't see them.
The armor upgrade is actually right over here. I promise I would be going through this a lot faster, but for some reason my microphone picks up every button press I do, so I'm trying to go slower so I don't hit buttons quickly and it makes loud noises.
If you talk over it, they can't hear the clicking.
I don't know if I could do that though. I'm not good at talking, really.
Okay, we'll turn the audio up. I've got more memes to describe.
This capsule contains an enhancement for your helmet,
Babe, do an accent.
which will allow you to break some ceilings with your headbutt,
This is
or with a
fucking
headbutt.
great. Okay, we've got 2 pictures. The right side, no wait, the left side is Daniel Radcliffe as like young Harry Potter, like movie 1 or 2. It says Britain in British history. The second one is crazed Daniel Radcliffe with like the pajamas on and the bathrobe, holding 2 guns. And it says Britain and everyone else's history. Quality. Oh, for all you Gleeks out there, Leah Michelle, Rachel Berry from Glee, is pregnant with her first child.
Okay, I'm just gonna start talking over stuff because I'm not sure if you can hear Sativa, and if you can't, that was a really long pause without any speaking. And this series is specifically so I don't have to edit things, which means all that's getting left in. So, we just made it to the boss. I do not have his weakness. If you've played this game, you know that every boss has a weakness to another boss's ability. I specifically target him second though because he's pretty easy, and I can get a heart tank, a sub tank, and the head upgrade very quickly. I think I might have said, I don't remember if I said it in the first playthrough, or maybe it was there's actually an unreleased episode we had where a lot of technical issues happened, so I didn't post that. I just decided to redo it. But it was basically about a 30-minute long episode, I think, is what it broke down to. So I'm not sure where I said this, but I plan on doing these bosses in a way that makes it to where I have to backtrack the least, and sometimes that doesn't line up with having their weaknesses, so this is one of those cases. Because after I beat this boss, I don't have to come back to the stage anymore since I have everything. But yeah, that episode was a disaster. I still have it, but I don't think it'll be posted. And if it is, I'll probably heavily edit it because it was just so bad. There were some good moments in it though that I wish I still had.
Yeah, but when are you leaving?
Um,
I'm not going.
I actually had guest commentary for that too. I had Demi for half of it, and then it crashed, so we had to fix it again. And then
Not driving.
Sativa decided to jump in on the second half, so
Okay, then take the car.
it was a really good episode in that regard because she's very good at like talking and stuff. I'm not, and Demi's just naturally funny, so we had that.
Okay, well, I don't have a car.
I don't know if you can hear in the background, but she's talking in her sleep right now. If you watch our other channel, there was a recent thing posted where Kaylin
Okay, well, they're already there.
talks about
I don't have a car.
having talks about Sativa having what she thinks is
I already told you I don't
nocturnal
have a car,
seizures.
okay.
And yeah, that's happening right now. So I know that's
No, I don't
nocturnal seizures sounds way more serious than what she has, and we're not actually sure that's what she has. So I'm not neglecting her. It's just she's just talking in her sleep. Okay, so now we're gonna take on Flame Mammoth. So another cool thing about this game is if you beat certain stages before other ones, those stages are altered in some sort. This one would be filled with like lava and stuff down there where it's all frozen over, but since we beat the penguin first, it freezes it over. Some cool things to note on this stage are there's a glitch here that's just kind of a visual error. I'm not going to show it because last time I showed it, it crashed the game, and I really don't want to deal with that again. But right here we can get another armor piece. This jump is very difficult, so I apologize if you hear all the things. And yeah, I messed up. So, no biggie. We're just going to go get the heart upgrade, which is down here. And the only way to get it is to beat the penguin before this. Hence why I'm doing the boss order the way I am. And then we'll get... I'm actually going to let this guy over here kill me so I can have another chance at that jump. Because if I go too far in and let them kill me, then I will spawn too far away from it. But yeah, the glitch is actually over here where you can just like jump up those little things that are dispensing the robot parts. And it just leads to some visual errors, nothing insane, but it's still kind of cool. But yeah, in this stage there's, we already got the heart tank, there's also a sub tank and a arm piece upgrade, which is what we failed to get a second ago. So let's try that again and hopefully get it this time. Because if I don't know, I give up. And there we go. That's also why I went to the Eagle first, because then you get the head upgrade to get in there. This capsule contains a part, which will increase the capabilities of your X-Buster. You can use it to fire all types of weapons. So it's pretty vague, but what that means is before we were only able to charge up to like 2 levels, I guess you could call it. Now we can actually charge 3, so we have the first, the second, and then the final third, which is that. And then on top of that, we can actually charge our special weapons too, which we weren't able to do until now. So, since we got all that stuff, we're gonna go get the sub tank, and we're gonna beat the boss, and then I think I will call this an episode. These pickaxe guys suck. This game becomes super easy when you have the tornado. It's my favorite weapon, just because I get to blast through everything. So there's the sub tank. And of course we got hit. Oh well. So since I have full health and I'm collecting little health pellets, it'll eventually fill up the sub tanks that we have, which, yeah, that one's already partially filled up. And you can use them at any point you want. Yeah, this game is very dear to me. I have a lot of hours playing through it. I think I have more hours in this game than any other one. This is just like a single player game. Actually, the reason I had it is because I inherited a Super Nintendo from my uncle, along with a bunch of random games, and this is one of them. And I didn't realize like how, I guess I could call it underrated, because I don't see a lot of people talking about it, but like there's definitely fans of it, if that makes sense. It's not as popular as I feel like it should be. I guess we'll put it that way. So this is the first boss we actually have a weakness to, his being the tornado. As you can see, it's taking quite a big chunk out of him every time we hit him. This guy's not hard anyway though. He just kind of does this, and those blobs don't even hurt. If you set them on fire, they just erupt, so that's the whole point of that. And then when he raises his arms, it just twists the conveyor back and forth, so pretty easy boss, but yeah, we're done with that now. And our next weapon we get is a flamethrower, which is kind of cool and has some pretty good usages later on. Actually, I think before I end this episode, I'm going to do one more thing. I am going to backtrack real quick to here, because we weren't able to get one of the heart tanks from this stage, unless there's a possibility I had it, because I'd have to enter a code to get back to where I was, because like I said before, I recorded like a episode 2 and it crashed on me, and I didn't save anything from that episode before. So with that code entered, it might have given it to me. I'm not sure, so I guess we'll just check it out. One of the lamer things though is it is like pretty much at the end of the stage, so we gotta go through this whole part. I'm getting hit a lot, but it doesn't really matter because I don't have anything too challenging ahead, so yeah. You see what I mean by this game just becomes ridiculously easy with this weapon though. So getting this guy, jump up here, jump out, and come up here, and use flamethrower, and there it is. And since we already beat this stage, we can exit and still keep whatever we got in there. We're going to save it this time, and I think that's it for episode 2. Next episode we'll take on this guy right here.